while you may like your job, I don't think people really give it credit for how much you put on the line. And like for that, like obviously I commend you because, I'm sure it was tough with the Rams. I'm sure it was tough with the Ravens, what you did and then having to call it quits early on. It's like you made the right decision, I think, because, clearly, it is a very dangerous sport. And it's one of those things, it's not black and white. It's always a gray area. It's it's not, it's black and white for, ownership and whatnot. And they see the guy on the payroll and they're like, cut, trade, sign, but I think for the players, it's really not. For the fans, it's really not because, you never, like you mentioned earlier with, Trey Boston and some of those guys, like, we don't know what goes on. We only know, what they want us to know because whatever gets leaked, it either, had a burner account like the whole Colangelo 76ers thing, or it was leaked on purpose.
So imagine back then where you didn't have social media, you couldn't even so the Rams could go out there and trash me, and they couldn't even look at my social media account and see that I'm a good person. Like I ain't never did nothing wrong. Like what happened? I ain't never got locked up, no trouble, no nothing. What happened? So it's like I took that London Fletcher role. If you remember our second year at the New England, we was 0-5. Remember that?
Yeah.
So we played the Raiders. They was 5-0. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember.
Tim Brown, Jerry Rice, all those guys. And,
yeah.
And I think Gannon was the quarterback. So that game right there, I said, you know what? If you're 0-5, I ain't got a haircut in a month. Literally, I'm mad at the world because I ain't never been in this situation. I said, I'm going back. I'm going back to how I was in high school and college. I'm holding everybody accountable. So I went out there, played like a wild man. I set the tone. But then also when my teammates didn't play as well, I said something to them. It wasn't nice. Hey, man, you got to make this play. With the, in not so nice terms, kind of took that role in London Fletcher, but he did what I seen him do. And it seemed like it always worked. But like I said, the Rams didn't. We don't do that around here. So it was, just one of them type of things.
Yeah. I feel like it's all there's a reason why certain things happen. And I think there's a reason why there's a reason why your team was so great, and I think there's a reason why after you left it fell apart, and I think there's a reason as to why now they've got it going again. I think the biggest overall thing for a football team obviously is chemistry. But I think another big thing is, and you can kind of bunch it with chemistry, but it's creating, fulfilling, and sustaining, basically a mindset of excellence, but also a culture where you feel like every day you're going to go into work and you're going to love it. I think it's the same thing you can apply in everyday life.
Exactly.
Exactly. But I think that's the thing that makes the Rams so scary with this team. They have talent and they have that culture. And now the media is trying to paint them in a light where, well, they brought in this troublemaker and Ndamukong Suh, and it's like, what?
But Ndamukong Suh, I see the perception they trying, but I don't think he's a troublemaker. Does he play hard? Does he play through the whistle sometimes? I bet the Rams gonna love him. I bet the Dolphins or whoever team he play for love him.
Yeah.
The other team might don't.
I think
so what I was saying is the social media piece. Now you can the fans can kind of see behind the curtain, kind of see who you are if you got a good social media presence. You understand? You communicate with the fans like, hey, I want to be at the Rams. You feel me? I don't know why they letting me go. Hey, what's going on? And you can see from Eric Dixon's situation, like, you can make something happen as a player or a former player by, turning public opinion from the fans. So, back then, it was all the team. The team could say whatever they want. and you couldn't do nothing. It's a little different now. They don't like it though. They don't like that piece.
No, they don't, and it's I think the thing that worries me is like, it was really, I felt like it was really easy to get in contact with you because you were so open. I was just like, hey, you want to come on the show? And you're like, yeah, like but and it's been pretty open with some of the guys, but I just worry like with the Colangelo thing. Eventually, teams are just going to start telling guys they can't have social media accounts or do something where it's going to cross a line.
How?
How
the player can't have it, and the coach and the GM was talking trash about his players. I mean, so nobody can have it. GM, the owner, nobody.
Well, I mean, personally,
where we going?
No, no, you know me. I'm not on that side at all, but. I mean, you take, something is, again, something's black and we're going to make it white. Like, like, oh, so that was the GM's fault? Oh, let's make it so now the players can. Like, I could totally see this being spun in the direction of whoever wants to spin it.
Yeah, I just don't feel as though that'd be smart by the league to sanction social media. Like, that's what makes the game grow. I mean, you want the fans to interact with the players. I mean, you would think. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, you can't get fined for saying crazy stuff on social media. So,
Yeah.
You're out here talking reckless, they can't find you.
As long as you keep it classy. I mean, there's no reason. And also, there's a mute button, there's a block button. So it's like,
right.
And, I mean, it can also if there's a blessing and a curse. So you look like the nice guy, but then that one guy really riles you up, and you have this whole thing where you have to reply to everybody, and then you're the bad guy for going a little bit too far. So it's I can't imagine being an athlete because it'll never happen.
Oh yeah, today
and
today I could never imagine today. It's a mess today. There's no way I wouldn't have social media if I was playing. That's how I'd be. I just wouldn't have it. I just couldn't see the trolls, and you got to block them out. Like, come on now.
Yeah. And I mean,
it's a whole bunch.
Trolls are part of the whole thing, but I mean, I'll tell you something. I wrote an article when the Rams had Sammy Watkins, and and he was a free agent, and I was saying that they should do a sign-in trade for Darius Slay. Now, mind you, the Rams ended up trading for Marcus Peters. They ended up trading for Aqib Talib. So I wasn't in the wrong by thinking that the Rams would trade for a cornerback since it happened twice.
Right.
But that was before.
Yeah,
so I'm not even kidding you. My emails, my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, I received so many death threats and hate mail.
Damn.
Yeah. From like Lions fans and Rams fans that were Sammy Watkins apologists that were okay with not even 600-yard seasons. And, oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But it was nuts, man. It was nuts. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, this is ridiculous for me. I mean, I'm not like, on ESPN. I'm not, I mean, hopefully someday, I'll be in the public eye and in that way, up there, but I'm not there yet. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh my God, like what I'm getting is not even a fraction of what, these players get on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems crazy. But
yeah.
But I mean, we've been talking for a while now, and I really appreciate your time. So I don't want to keep you all night.
All right.
So one last question for you.
Mm-hmm.
That Super Bowl team, okay? You guys just missed winning that Super Bowl. It kills me to this day. I hate even mentioning it, so I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could take one player from today's current roster and put him on that team to win you that Super Bowl, who are you taking?
Whew. Who the right tackle is right now?
Rob Havenstein? Damn. You're just...
What? What, man?
You want to tell us something?
No, I mean, yeah. Man, listen, man. That's what's wrong with people. You can't constructive criticize nobody no more. Like, this is amazing to me. Like,
no, I'm messing with
for
you.
you to have to tiptoe around like Sammy
you
Watkins
shoot your
600
shot.
yards, that's terrible. Yeah. Huh?
No, I'm just saying, you shoot your shot, man. Hey, I just criticized Sammy Watkins for not having 600 yards. And
man, he should be. He should be mad at himself. I don't get it. Like, people argue all the time, well, what happened to tape? Like, man, I performed. Like, I don't get it. Like, it was like this man with the 8th pick, and if Torrey Holt was not produced or whatever, that's how I view it, off the 8th pick, Torrey Holt. If it ain't Torrey Holt, then it's a bust. Yeah. I that's the part. I can't. I don't understand these kids. The numbers, you don't put up numbers and you don't do it, and then somebody criticize you, and then I'm hating. Like, I just don't get all that. Facts is facts.
Yeah.
Your numbers, not your numbers. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, when I play, if you ain't do what you're supposed to do, people called you out, and it was what it was.
Yeah. No, I hear you. So you're not taking Aaron Donald like everyone's taken so far?
No, because I still feel as though we had enough on defense. I mean, Aaron Donald was a beast now. I agree. I still want the right tackle. That guy we had over there gave up a pick 6. Trust me, if you watch the film, he ain't blocked the guy right, whatever happened. But, you know, I just picked that guy. But Aaron Donald was a beast, but we had some guys on defense as well, so I'm not going to slight none of my guys I played with for Aaron Donald. But he's a great player, though. Fucking right.
Well, I appreciate you so much, man, for coming on, and we'll have to stay in touch, man. I'll probably I'll reach out to you at some point during the season, try to get your take on what's going on and everything, if that's cool.
All right, buddy. Good luck to you.
Thank you. You too. Take care.
All right. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, guys. That was Tommy Polley. Hope you guys enjoyed. For Jake Ellenbogen, he is Tommy Polley. This has been the Downtown Rams podcast, and I hope you guys take care and stay awesome. Thanks again. Later.
When will you save me, Los Angeles? When will you save me?